I touched on and I gave my breakdown of what's happening with all of the Idubbbz and the creator clash thing. I figured I would do a little bit more deep diving on it. So I think that before we do that, though, I really think it's important that we watch this new Lazy Shell animation because, like, come on, it already looks like it's a banger.
I thought the skulls thing was kind of humorous.
Like a death threat to a father, a family.
Yeah.
This is like the low T podcast.
It's really hard to be a couple online.
It's just like all of the testosterone has left their bodies.
Oh my!
It's two boring bread tubers decide to try to be interesting.
Thank God.
I'm glad you were down to come on. You were a highly requested guest.
It's like ASMR. I don't know, they're just dead. They're dead.
Is there anything you wanted to talk about in terms of the internet?
Not really. I'm good.
Not really. I really have nothing interesting to say ever. Even my contact cops are half as funny as they used to be.
Good to, you know, just talk about what's happening on Twitter. We can talk about Ethan Klein's Instagram stories. We can talk about the Palestinian plight. We can talk about
All sorts of good topics.
Yeah, there's no intrigue here. There's nobody with energy. These people are just they're walking robot zombies, bro, and it's so uninteresting to watch.
Anissa and I ate some ketchup chips and some mustard chips.
Bro, base joke. Oh my god, so hilarious.
Ooh.
If anyone sees the hot mustard Doritos at the store, give those a shot.
Do you remember when this guy was funny?
There are a lot of things to, like, mock him about, make him look stupid, all this sort of shit. Like the fucking tattoos.
Dude, all you have to do with Idubbbz, though, to make him look stupid is let the idiot speak, bro. Let this moron speak, and the moment this dude starts talking, the retardation just be flowing, baby. It just be flowing out of his gold-toothed gullet.
Are insane.
Wait, you can't bring up the tattoos. You and your wife look like a skateboard.
Bro, they look like a dude that does odd jobs on the side of the road for crack. They look so bad. They look like your typical shirtless homeless people with their like weird design or tattoo design choice. They look like they got their tattoos under an overpass.
I think that speaks to a certain level of growth.
Growth like what? A fucking tumor?
One last question. Did you...
Bro, these guys are like AIDS spots, bro. They're liver and AIDS spots. That's all they are. That's what type of growth they are. Diorio thinks it's a tumor. No, it's liver and AIDS.
Send the skulls. What is your opinion on the skulls, and did you send them?
I didn't send the skulls. I thought the skulls thing was...
There was only 2 small human skulls to represent their kids. But it's okay. I didn't send them. It's all fun and games, dude. They came from, like, Skullify.com. Ha ha ha! It's not a threat to Ethan's kids, because that's not gross.
Kind of, humorous to hear.
Kind of humorous. But don't make fun of how ugly my wife is, or that is harassment.
That?
Yeah. Just a death threat to a father, a family.
Yeah, the fear of someone doing a hit piece or like auditing your online life is just kind of, yeah, that's a threat.
Yeah, it's a threat.
Wait, that's a threat?
Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, but the skulls aren't a threat. The skulls aren't a threat. It's only a threat when they get harassed. When somebody makes fun of them, they're like, oh my god, no, I'm so scared for my own well-being. Oh no. But then like skulls get sent to Ethan's house. That's hilarious, guys. Isn't it so funny that they sent some child-sized skulls from Skullify.com to their house? Isn't that just such a funny hee-haw gag? That's the type of stuff you see on Jackass. Remember Jackass, guys?
The fear of someone making a YouTube video is a threat, but when someone sends fucking human skulls to your house, it's not?
Oh my god, dude, Nicholas Diorio with the exact same take as me.
All these people are fucking losers, dude. Maybe don't be the aggressor if you don't want to play the game.
I just think it's such a reminder that we need to like remember who these people are and what they did before we get into like actual like break little videos about them. On the updates on these monsters, I do think it's important. It's important to know who they are and what type of monstrosities that they put out every single day. Every time they open their mouths, you need to remember the fact that they don't think that what happened to Ethan, like the thing about like the Israel-Palestine stuff is a small portion of this. It is the justification that these losers use to harass him as much as humanly possible, and that's why I have been so like staunch on the side of Ethan during this. But it's not that I like Ethan that much. I just think that you harassing somebody's family and their kids because they disagree with you politically is disgusting and like cult behavior.
Oh man, do I have an update for all of you guys. So yesterday we talked about the whole creator clash situation, the whole scandal when it came to refunds, and people were saying you guys are scammers, and it was just chaos and more fighters dropping out and people talking about it. It was absolute chaos. That was literally yesterday. Today I woke up and I saw the new...
Dude, we can't go a day without this drama breaking up though. This is like so hard to cover sometimes because of the fact that there's endless stuff just getting thrown at you and thrown at you and thrown at you to the point that it's like I can cover like a Twitter thread and like break down like all the drama that I've seen thus far on the event and still miss enough to where I feel like I need to like also check out Sensitive Society's coverage on it. I need to see what Nick Diorio's talking about, get a little bit of Ethan Klein, then like listen to Hasan like drone on about it, but even though he's not a drama YouTuber, I have to listen to all these different sides to get all these different perspectives on this and to find out what's going on because it's just so chaos. I have yet to see a drama that was this big and this had this many different webs until this point.
That most of you probably have seen by now. I'm a little late to this. That was for a reason. I wanted more stuff to come out. I didn't want to jump into the situation within 5 minutes and then later on misinformation. So I got everything for you guys. If you appreciate it, drop a like, subscribe so we could hit 600,000 subscribers. It's coming. I can feel it. So after almost a month...
By the way, guys, hit a sub, hit a like. Let's get me up to 10K, boys and girls. Let's get me to be a big meat swinger on the internet. I want to be coming out there, and I'm not talking about my wiener. You might be thinking, oh, he's talking about his wiener. No, I'm happy with the size that it's at. I'm a micro king, baby. I want my nipples to be longer. I want to be a long nipple meat swinger on the internet. I want to have them cone boobies, and I want to have enough subs to prove that I have the perfect cone boobies.
Of complete silence, the official Creator Clash account on YouTube made a video talking about everything. We're gonna be watching that one. It's really interesting. And they also made...
By the way, if this video gets 100,000 likes, right? 100,000 likes, I will like sumo wrestle Nicholas Diorio in Vaseline. So let's make that happen. 500,000 likes, all right?
Tweet where they clarify a lot of stuff. Before we get into this video right here, I want to point something out. 2 other fighters dropped out. One of them was LA Beast. Due to a laundry list of reasons that will be revealed to you shortly, I unfortunately will no longer be boxing in the Creator Clash event. It is the best decision for me and my team at this time. All I wanted to do was put in a show, get paid, and ultimately raise money for charity. If the event is profitable...
Well, and I even responded to that on my Twitter to selfless plug, like absolutely selfless plug. I definitely saw it. It's just kind of sad. I posted like it's genuinely sad. Bro seemed like he wanted the box like really bad. He really wanted to do this. It was sad that this happened. I mean, it just sucks because I know LA Beast, when he was in my chat, he just genuinely wanted the box, bro. That's all he cared about. That's all he wanted to do. It just sucks that he was put in this situation. So many people, and I'm sure there was other people that were really excited for this event, only for it to get just absolutely nuked by all of these idiots in this drama. Like, why did you need to get involved, Ian? Like, what possibly did you have to gain other than the fact that now Hasan can like rub your bald head while you're blowing him?
If charities get money, the fighters get paid, and you guys put on a great event, everyone wins. We all know who was running the event the last 2 years. Anissa and Anissa's husband. Yeah, it was run absolutely horribly. And now that this is under a new regime, if you will, they want to make transparency and honesty their #1 priority to gain back the trust and to fix the damage that Anissa...
I don't think there's any fixing damage. I think that this should have just been something they sent out refunds, they filed bankruptcy or something. I don't know how all that works by canceling the whole event. Well, like cutting they should have cut all losses and just been done with it. They really should have. 100% should have just moved on. Creator Clash is dead. There is no life to it. Do not pull out the defib paddles. You are done. You're cooked. Go home.
And Idubbbz has done to this event. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but I've always thought this event had potential. Hopefully now, without how insane and...
Dude, I'm sorry. I didn't think it had potential. Like, maybe after the first one, I saw the potential in it. After the second one, there was no potential. After I saw that they weren't going to run it, like, here's the thing. They're content creators, right? We're content creators going to box. You're going to go actively go out there. You should have them being, like, in the contract, you should have them, like, actually have to make videos on it. Have to make videos hyping up their fan base. Have like videos leading up to the fight. Have like little spats. Like don't tell them they have to like manufacture drama, but like encourage it a little bit. Maybe if you guys want to throw a little shade at each other, say if they can't get more donations to me, that just means that they suck more wiener or something. Throw a little bit of shade. Have those like pre-fight clips. Like really sell this thing up. Have like the stare downs. Have all of that. Have it like. I don't know. This is just not the hype that you see for a normal boxing match. Or even close to what you see for most creator events. Usually there's a bunch of shade being thrown back and forth. And there's like a drive, a pull. People are talking about it. But with Creator Clash 2 and 3, no one had any idea until this drama popped off.
Toxic Ian and Anissa are. Hopefully now we could get a fun boxing event that raises money for charity, that makes money for the company, and everyone goes...
By the way, it is not a... I want them to raise money for charity, but by the way, buying tickets for this event, going to this event does not raise money for charity. There is a GoFundMe attached to it. It is not a charity event. I'm so sick of people calling it this when there is... it's just the way that it's set up now. It's a for-profit event that has a charity aspect, and the fact that they utilize the idea that it's for charity, but like the kids, you want to make fun of this event? Here's a sick kid for cancer. Tell them they're gonna die. It's like, dude, come on, you're disgusting, bro. Get the fuck out of here with your fake sympathy bullshit, bro. Get out of here, dog. You're using these cancer kids as a shield from criticism. It's the same thing they do with any sort of drama they like Hasan and them get into. They use all the people who died in Gaza and the atrocities that happened there as a shield from criticism and a shield from drama, which is disgusting. You're using the atrocities that happen to other people to shield you from criticism by means of virtue. It's gross.
Home happy. I want the event to live. I see it as a W for YouTubers overall and more opportunities to branch out. If you do...
By the way, it's so funny. It's so funny how much of a goblin Keemstar is. He is an absolute goblin. Everyone knows he's a goblin. He's the evil gnome. But the dude has ran more successful boxing events. It's honestly so funny how much they criticize him when he's doing it successfully. I hate the fact that they're like, we're going to do it better and less toxic. And it's like, yeah, that really worked out for you guys. Like, maybe add some of that toxicity into there. I mean, who cares if it's going to like make money and go to a good cause? Who cares if it's creating a little bit of like a lot of buzz on the internet because a couple of creators in it are having some drama and like they're spouting idiocracies at each other. Like even the Idubbbz thing could have worked out if it was done in a better way, right? If it was done in a better way, or in not as bad faith as it was, there was a chance that it could have done something. But instead, it just came off as poorly researched and like weird and out of place. And the fact that he's tied to this event that is already having problems, and he just made a giant content comp Israel and put Harley on blast by fucking like instantly put Harley on the map to Bad Empanada, which instantly is going to draw harassment toward him. Or like, and like you might be like, oh, haven't you said that criticism in the past isn't harassment? Yeah, but Bad Empanada always takes things too fucking far. He's going to harass him. And like, I think Harley can handle it, absolutely, but it's still like, why would you want to fight in that? Why would you want to fight in that if you have to deal with schizo like Bad Empanada now, just because Ian had to make content cop Israel?
Right. And Idubbbz and Anissa were just not capable of doing this. It was beyond them, and I'm glad they stepped down. And now there's no main event. Freddie Wong isn't fighting anymore. That's 2 fighters within 20.
Now, it doesn't say 100% that Freddie Wong is fighting. I haven't seen anything from Freddie Wong. I definitely said his, I couldn't remember his first name, and I said something else in my last video talking about this. But Freddie Wong hasn't actually pulled, from what I know so far. Only information I have is they pulled him from the online pictures, which means probably he's gone, but there's no definitive answer yet.
24 hours dropping out. I'm intrigued to see who they put in there. Enough yapping. I just want to show that briefly before we got into the video.
I don't care. I honestly think this is such a clusterfuck, and they've screwed over so many people, and like genuine people like LA Beast and stuff, that it's like, I hope this thing burns. I hope this thing crashes and is an absolute failure. They put it like a week out of from TwitchCon and Twitch, or like something like one of these cons, right? Just so they can hang out with their other content creator buddies. It's just gonna be a content creator meetup at this point, where they're going to pretend that they care about charity.
And let's just get right into it. I am quite intrigued to see how this goes.
There's a lot of things that we want to talk about, but first and foremost, we want to announce that Creator Clash 3 is moving dates and locations. October 25th, 2025 is the new date for Creator Clash, and now it is taking place at the Hollywood.
Absolutely, they absolutely needed to do this. There was no way that they were going to. Dude, there were so many people trying to pull from the one that was going to happen in a month over in Tampa. There was no way that it was going to happen. They had like 2,000 seats sold. It was bleeding money. The only money they had raised was because of Hasan watching the content nuke. There was because of the Hasan Ethan drama, this money went to charity. Thank you, Hasan and Ethan. That's like, you guys have done nothing for charity. Thank you, Hasan and Ethan, for saving sick kids. You guys did a good job there. I'm giving Hasan his W's. I'm giving Ethan his W's here. You both did a good thing. Look at that. You guys did some stuff for charity. This charity event did nothing.
Hollywood Palladium here in Los Angeles, California. Well, thank you. Wow.
By the way, I do think it's smarter that they're going to a smaller venue, but it is funny that it's so close to a TwitchCon that it's just gonna like, oh, 4,000 seats. Well, you get like 4,000 content creators and they're well, you get like a few hundred content creators and their fans, and they pay for these exclusive seats while they're already in LA because of TwitchCon. Like, come on, dude. Come on. We know what you're doing. You're that way you can show that the event was a huge success. I do think it was smarter to get a smaller venue. They said they got too big of a venue with Creator Clash 2, but then they got the same size venue for Creator Clash 3. I don't know. Again, dude, I don't know any of the thought process behind this stupidly retarded event.
We don't have hype men, so I guess that's...
You know what? It's in LA. It's pretty close to me. And I don't know if I'm going to regret this tomorrow when I wake up. If this video reaches 15,000 likes within a week, I will go to Creator Clash in LA. I will buy a ticket. I will make a whole vlog about the situation. And you guys know me. I'm a man of my word. 15K likes within a week. I will go to Creator Clash. I'm putting it on the table.
By the way, guys, this is Sensitive Society. Like I said, you need to go and like his video. I need to cover this. I need to cover Sensitive Society. He's probably going to show up completely naked, get arrested, get in a fight with a cop, go to Korea, and then go into a Korean jail, and we have ourselves a new IRL streamer. Like, this is a Sensitive Society about to embark on his Vitaly arc, and I want to see this happen, and we need to get him up to 15K likes. It's 100% what needs to happen.
You guys decide if you want that or not.
Ticket sales, a lot of people bought tickets for the Amelie Arena show. All those will be refunded. We will be updating you on...
This is the right thing to do. It does suck for all the people who had flights that their flights cannot be canceled and they're hosed over because you guys didn't get on this fast enough. They should have got on this way faster, because there's people who are now screwed because they have plane tickets to now they're just going to Tampa for absolutely no reason.
When the new tickets will be on sale. If you bought pay-per-view tickets, those still stand, but if for whatever reason you would like a refund, they are offering that as well.
I'm excited to have it here too. There's so many people on like this side of the country who haven't been able to make it, who now can make it. And also,
I felt so bad for all the LA people who didn't want to fly across country. Now they can go. They were the ones we cared about the most anyways. The people on the West Coast, who cares about them? They suck. They're gay and cringe, and the LA people are based and cool. So we're much happier to have them here than you guys, is what we're saying.
Hosting it now.
We are hosting it.
Because we live here.
Alana and I will be hosting the pre-show.
Yes.
We'll have some goofs and some gaffs.
It'll be super fun.
Dude, maybe Idubbbz will show up randomly and try to get Alana to say the N-word. Like, he's just like, the real Idubbbz is back. and you get all those people that have been, like, holding out for real Idubbbz to come back since, for the last 10 years. They're like, yeah, dude, Idubbbz said the N-word. Let's go, dude.
It's going to be great. But yeah, today we just wanted to make a video to clear up some questions that people have. You know, it's been kind of rocky communication-wise the last couple of months. And so we just wanted to sit here and clear a bunch of things up. So let's get to it.
Yeah, so one thing that I misunderstood until talking to you guys at Real Good Touring was I thought that Ian and Anissa had, like, stepped back, but I thought that meant they were still involved. They've actually stepped down.
So yes, Ian and Anissa have stepped down completely. There's no...
Yeah, dude, they saw the ship was sinking and they said, you guys can drown, buddy. Have fun finding life rafts. We're gonna take this yacht out of here, baby. We're gonna sail away into the sunset off of our content cop money, and you guys can suck it up, dude. We have OnlyFans content to film.
No creative involvement, there's no financial involvement, there's no ownership involvement. They completely gave their stake to us, including their financial stake they actually dispersed among the fighters, which is very cool of them to do.
It is like
So
such
cool of them. The 6 fighters that are left, I'm sure, really appreciate it.
a cool idea. A bunch of creators getting fit,
Yeah.
punching each other in the face, and it's for charity. Like, I feel like it just, the message is so inherent.
It's not for charity. It has a GoFundMe attached to it. That's like me saying, that's like me pulling up a GoFundMe for a charity on stream and saying that this is a for stream charity, but I don't have the charity stream button. The profits aren't going to charity. No. I just showed you a GoFundMe. You could, I provided a link in the, I provided a link in a description saying that you could donate to this charity. So therefore, the video is a charity video. Maybe whenever I have a bad take on a video game now, instead of just arguing with people in the comments, which I always do because it's fun. Instead of doing that, I don't have to argue anymore, because every time I have a bad take on one of my video game reviews, I'll just put a charity GoFundMe in the description, and you can't criticize me anymore because you're criticizing cancer kids. You don't like my opinion on Resident Evil 1? Well, you just want kids with cancer to die, and that makes you a monster, an absolute horrible human being. And this video was actually for charity, even though I'm taking all the profits from it. I just provided you with a link.
Inherently positive that it's a shame that it became this dramatic internet thing that it never should have been, and I'm just very glad that attempts are being made to fix all that.
Well, you know who you could blame for
By
that.
the way, I don't hate these guys here. I don't hate these guys. I hate what they are now a part of, which these two morons created. These two morons created it, are running with a false narrative that it is a charity event, which it is not. It has a charity aspect to it, which is, like, awesome. I like that it has a charity aspect to it, but I think we're muddying the waters and like calling a for-profit event a charity event when that's not what it is.
Right? It was Idubbbz and Anissa's fault that this event fucking crashed and burned. They couldn't keep their fucking mouth shut. They made a hit piece on H3. They were not equipped to do this event. The first one went great. It was successful. The second one of the biggest flops of all time. And the third one almost killed the company as is. And once again, you can thank Idubbbz and Anissa for this. But you know what? I appreciate and I really like this new direction Creator Clash is heading towards. I think you need to gain the trust of the people who are spending their hard-earned money to come and see their favorite YouTuber.
I mean, that's fair. I agree with sensitive society here. I'm just not going to pretend it is what it isn't. That's what I'm saying about this whole thing. I think this idea that we're pretending that it's like this non-profit when it's not, it's so egregious and disgusting. And it just puts it, it's carrying over the same problems. It's carrying over the same problems from Creator Clash pre-Ian leaving to being the same problems post him leaving. It's the same issues. It's the same donkey, bro. You're just riding it in a different direction.
Or Twitch streamer or influencer. If Mr. Beast ran this event, it will legitimately be a billion times better than whatever Anissa and Idubbbz thought they were going to do. Now that this event is in other people's hands, I am willing to support it now that I know that not a single dollar will go towards them. I think LA is a much better idea. I don't know why it was in fucking Florida. No hate to Florida, by the way. It should have been LA since day one.
All right, sensitive society's hating on my state, baby. Hating on my state. I am a Florida man. I crawl out of the swampland every day. Do you think that this is my house? This is just some house that I break into every day to stream. I come in here, I film content, I tell the people to leave me alone. They're like, what are you doing on my PC? Why are there so many tabs open with just so much corn? A ridiculous amount. It is just endless amounts of it. And then I'm like, don't bother me. I'm gonna go back to hanging out with the alligators.
See how they do. They have a few months to figure this out. And the new place they're doing this event is a 4,000 people capacity. I've been to this venue before for some concerts. I don't know how it's going to be for a boxing event. A 4,000 people capacity is a lot more realistic than a 20,000 people arena. I'm low-key hyped to see where this goes. You know, all of this talk about boxing is making me a little thirsty, I'm not gonna lie.
Excuse me. Hey, are you Sensitive Society?
Yeah, please don't kill me. I promise you, it's all online. Please don't tell me you're here to take my life.
No, I just want to know, what are you drinking?
Oh, I thought you were one of my haters, one of my...
Bro, I love the anonymity thing. A lot of these, commentary channels go with the anonymity thing. I was gonna try that, but it's just so much easier to just put the camera on and just like have me yap at you. It's just so much easier. It's like I gotta work full time. I don't have time to like come in and like put my a little PNG or a VTuber avatar that's rubbing its own nipples on screen. I'm just gonna be me. We're gonna skip through his Master Chief ad real quick and get back to the good stuff.
I think one of the biggest questions that people have is about how the event was run in the past and what is going to be different about it now, because obviously the first year was crazy successful. There was over $1.3 million.
But again, the first year was almost set up where everybody was like building hype around it. It felt like all the content creators involved were building hype around this event. Everyone was talking about it. It was a moment in time, right? It was on fire. It was like blazing a trail. And then Creator Clash 2, no one was talking about it until the Froggy Fresh drama.
Raised, and so that was incredible. Second year, you know, we upped the stakes, we made it a little bigger, and unfortunately it did not pan out in the way that we wanted, and there was no money raised for charity. Which
all right, honey, I'll see you.
I'm glad. So again, it is nice to see that they are saying there was no money raised for charity. That is already taking a different approach than what Ian has been lying about and pretending that there was money made for charity when his live stream made money for charity, not the event. It is so crucial that that is talked about as well, and I'm glad that these guys are putting that in there. That does win them a point of transparency, because Ian would just pretend, well, we made money for charity. Yeah, you're conflating you in the event, which is so disingenuous.
So heartbreaking, like especially like fighting in it, putting all of that time and energy into doing this thing. And like, I know for a lot of us, especially you, Alana, you are always doing charity stuff, and to put yourself in the ring to fight, a big reason that we did it was because it was like, okay, it's for a good cause, it's for charity, and then when you go and do it and no money is raised for charity, that sucks.
Yeah, I've been pretty candid with you about this, Aaron, about like how disappointed I was and how like burnt I felt by it. And I was talking to a separate fighter who's not in the room about this just yesterday. So what are the changes?
Yeah, and you know, likewise, like we were devastated as a fighter and as a producer of the event. It was awful.
I feel like earlier in the video I thought Alana Pierce was the person that he said say the N-word to. I don't think that's the same person. I just I'm being racist to blondes, guys. I was racist to blondes. I don't know who the other who was the person that he did that to. I can't remember. I honestly, like, there was so much time and so much like disconnect from that moment and that drama that, I mean, nobody really cared about that drama until way later anyways. But who was that? Anyways, I conflated them.
That happened. Going into Creator Clash 3, we've completely restructured it. So all of the onus is on us to pay for the event, to produce the event through our partners, through our sponsors, and we will be doing a traditional fundraising through Tiltify. It's running right now. You can donate it to it right now. We've already raised $238,000, which is so awesome.
You did not raise that. Hasan, watching the content cop on himself, did that. Ethan and Hasan raised that money. Idubbbz sat there and sat there quietly like a good little bitch the entire time, and they made that money for the event. You guys did not. I'm sorry. I was agreeing with some of the stuff you were saying here. That is wrong. You guys are being disingenuous. You're doing the same thing Idubbbz did with talking about how Creator Clash 2 made money for the event when it did not.
gravy. That's
Or
going
made
straight
money for charity, and it did not.
to charity. So every dollar that is raised for charity through this event will be going straight to charity. The event will be funded by ticket sales, it will be funded by pay-per-view sales, and the fighters will be receiving a cut of that revenue.
Yeah, it's basically two separate things now, right? There's the event part, which is handled a very traditional event way, and then the charity is totally separate. So like even if you don't like watching boxing, you could still donate to the charity. It's up until the fight already. People can get involved immediately.
And it's very transparent of like, okay, you can.
By the way, let's go to the Creator Clash website real quick. Like, this is the main event, right? No one in the heavyweight. We got still got some people here. Gone. I mean, 1, 2, 4 fighters have dropped, bro. 4 fighters have dropped. I don't know why anybody's still with this shit. Like, I don't know why anybody's still here. I just feel like we're gonna lose way more people by the time this actually hits. Yeah, dude, this is kind of sad. But here's the donation. Let's see. Does it say what the donates? What's transparency? Okay. When and where? Why was the event moved? What's happened? Okay. Not all the fighters, obviously. What's happening with the fundraising charity? It will continue to expand leading up to the date. All funds, funds will be raised through the depth. Again, dude, raised through the Tittify campaign and go directly. All donations designed for fundraising will go to that. It is not. While Creator Clash is traditionally promoted for a profit event, the financial success of the event does not impact the amount for charity. The structure separating. They're separate. Where is the percentage of the profits that will go to charity if this is a success? It does not say that. Again, this is not a for charity event, you lying pieces of shit. God damn, dude. Oh, it's so bad. Like, if we go to let's go to the donation, right? So it's made $238,000. That's crazy. I wonder where most of this money came from. The Hasan reaction to the Ethan Klein content nuke, right there, baby. That's all the money, and then $15,000 from Idubbbz. Now, again, I think this came from something else. I think I don't remember. I can't remember how this broke down. I think that it wasn't. He didn't do the full 15,000. I don't know the drama on that. He might have. There was something that there was like a drama about that I missed. I think you'll have to let me know in the comments below. But this is not a charity event. I'm sorry. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. You like Hasan's video is what did the money for charity. You guys are a for-profit event where you have a GoFundMe attached.
Can see the number right now on your screen of how much money we have raised so far. Every cent of this is going to an amazing cause.
How do I feel about it being split into two? You know, I could see pros and cons for both. I think the reason why this happened is because Idubbbz and Anissa. I mean, that content cop Idubbbz dropped almost killed this whole event. And it's not only...
Well, it's split so that it can be a for-profit event with a charity aspect, which it was never supposed to be a charity event. It was supposed to be VidCon with boxing. That's literally what Idubbbz said about it. And the fact that we're pretending it was anything else is like kind of like psyoping that whole thing. And it's something that happens all the time on the internet. Basically, something will happen where they'll start getting some pushback. They will then utilize some things that they did cool with the first event. So the first event, they donate some money to charity. They were like, okay, we're gonna do this like VidCon thing with boxing. We'll add a charity component to it that's small, but it's something that's also for a good cause. Awesome, based. I like that. And then they're like, well, the next one we're getting some pushback. What do? We call it a charity event and say anybody who criticizes it is criticizing charity. It's so fucking disgusting. It's so disgusting, and I hate the fact that people are like scared to talk about it. And I'm not saying sensitive society's scared to talk about it. I just think that it's a huge misstep in the in a lot of the reporting of what's going on here, and it's also on the fact that people keep calling this a charity event when that is not what it is. It is separate now. It is not a charity event anymore. It is. It has nothing like it.
Him and Anissa, there's other people that are working behind the scenes to make this event happen. Do you know how fucking selfish you need to be to put everyone's job on the line? It's insane. I would still like it if the charity was involved and it wasn't split into two, but you know, I get it. Idubbbz completely fucked it up, so now they have to fix the mess these fucking...
Well, even if they would have split it, they should put it in their... If the moment they put in their transparency page that the X amount of profits will go to charity, then it starts to become more of a charity event. But until then, you're fucking lying.
Retards left. I'm glad to see some transparency. This was something that was lacking for the longest time when Anissa and Idubbbz were running this event. And Idubbbz did respond to this, and he said, I wanted to clear some things up now that Anissa and I are no longer part of Creator Clash. When I announced Creator Clash 3...
This is so scummy. Like, this whole thing, like, this whole new rephrasing of everything. Oh god, dude, how do people get away with this? This is what my problem is with this whole thing, is they just can get away with this shit.
And its new business model, the communication wasn't clear. You don't say. Looking back on my video and the current reaction, it is obvious it was too vague. It remains true that I earned a fight purse for CC1 along with other fighters, and we did not profit at all from CC2. After CC2 failed to raise any money for charity, we knew it was time for a different business model. Reading this and then hearing what the new owners of Creator Clash have to say about it, it's like, you know what, now it's making a lot more sense. Now I understand why the charity was split, and now it's these two completely different things. And once again, if you're
I mean, it makes sense. It absolutely makes sense, but you can't call it a charity event anymore.
At that, you have Idubbbz and Anissa to blame. I feel sorry for any confusion Anissa and I caused. We know the event is in good hands now and wish all the success. Common Idubbbz L. Another way to put it, extremely common Idubbbz L here.
We are going to be raising a ton of money for charity. Our goal is $1 million this year. I really think that that's possible to do.
Yeah.
And the fighters are really...
And by the way, if you actually want to donate to charity, just donate to the charity. Don't, like, honestly, if you're like thinking about donating to charity, don't do it through them. Do it just on your own. Like, I mean, or fine, do it through them. I don't care. Just donate to the charity. Don't go to this event. Let it flop. I don't care. Even with the new people, the fact they're still calling it a charity event is is disgustingly misleading. It's disgustingly misleading. Like, to the point that I now, even with these guys, and I don't know these guys, they might be chill or whatever, and I might be a dick about this, but come on, dude, you're lying.
Excited to show off their hard work and to support this event and to raise that money. Like, I'm just so grateful that I get to be a part of it and that it's happening.
Hey, I don't know if I should pitch this, but if you guys want a show opener, if you want some Line X representation, I'm willing to fight whoever you throw at me, okay? Send me a DM over at Instagram, my only social media, link in the description, and I'm open to fighting anyone, any of my ops or any influencer that doesn't like me for whatever reason. Let's settle it in the ring. If you guys need a pre show opener, you know where to find me. I thought the video was fine, but I'm actually curious on what people have to say. Imagine thinking you're helping kids with cancer and your money goes to a horrible...
That's a great comment. Based comment. Yeah, I mean...
And your money goes to a horrible tattoo, of course, a reference to Anissa and her interesting tattoos. So how is this a charity event? It's for profit event that you put a link on to donate additional money if people want to. So the new website is updated. New date, October 20th.
Yep, and I think so again, I don't think he hit that point hard enough. And this is, again, isn't all insensitive society. I think he's giving them like fair, he's being fair. He's being very fair to them, and I'm being very unfair. I'm being incredibly bad faith, and I think that they deserve it. I think they deserve it because now, even with their transparency, they're still... You can't say you're transparent and then still fucking lie with omission. Or like, well, we say it on our website. We say that it's separate, but we're also going to call it a charity event. But then we're going to tell you it's separate. You're misleading and you're confusing the narrative here, and you're not actually doing anything good. Just say you have a pro-profit, you have a for-profit event. This event's for profit, and we're also trying to fundraise for charity. That's honest. It is not a charity event. The fact that you guys call it a charity event is bullshit.
5th, LA. If this video once again gets 15,000 likes, I will be there.
By the way, we want Sensitive Society to go. He's got to do the face reveal. He's got to like run around LA naked, and then he's got to get on a plane, go to some Korean country, get arrested, and then we have ourselves the next Fatali, the next Johnny Somali. It's just Sensitive Society. Sensitive Society is taken down by a Sensitive Society. That is exactly what will happen. That's what we want to have happen, guys. It's the dream. It's the vision for his future. future. I don't think he knows it yet, but he needs to like be getting up on this. This needs to be something that he's like needs to sit down, storyboard to himself. Think about how many clicks he's gonna be. Think about how much coverage you'll get since it is society.
Trying to fix this disaster that was made by Idubbbz and Anissa, and I do think it would have been a lot easier to just throw in the towel, call it a day, and be like, well, yeah, it did not work.
I think that would have been the smarter move. I think if they would have just thrown in the towel, said, we want to like have all the creators like band together and like do like a Zoom chat, like a Marvel, the Avengers for America, where they just talk about like politics. I'm just kidding. Remember when that happened? That was so fucking garbage. It was like Avengers for COVID or something. But you just have like all of them like tune in. They all do like subathons or something, and they raise a bunch of money for charity, and then they just do a charity thing. That would be way better than what they're like. I don't know. I think holding the event's incredibly stupid. I feel for the people who are running it now. They were handed a sinking ship. They want a box. They want to have this to be a fun thing. They want to keep it going. It's like there's so many influencer boxing groups at this point that I think that this one consistently failing, and the only gimmick is that you have a charity aspect. Why don't you guys just do one send off, try to raise as much money as possible, apologize to the fans, and move on with your lives? Call Keemstar, do a Keemstar boxing event, make actual money, and give half that money to charity. You will probably raise, by giving half that money to charity, you will do more than this charity has done. Like, literally, again, like, 90% of the money that has come from this is come from the Ethan Klein Hasan drama, not from the fact that people want to support the charity because of the boxing.
I don't want the event to fail. I don't want it to flop. I think it has a lot of potential, and I think it could get bigger as time goes on. Yeah, Idubbbz and Anissa had to go. Those people destroy everything they touch.
I mean, at this point, like, I'm at a weird place. I don't want it to fail. Because for the sake of these other people involved, I feel like they're handed the keys of a burning castle and a bucket of water and said, "Hey, put this shit out if you can. Good luck, compadre. We gave you AIDS in a bucket. You better put out this fire." And I feel like that I want them to do the best they can. I feel like it was smart for them to get a smaller arena. I feel like they have made some right moves in terms of transparency. I still will double down. I've 8 trillion times said this throughout this video. The fact that they're still calling it a charity event is bullshit. And I think that they just need to separate themselves, like they've already separated the event from the charity in some capacity. They need to stop pretending it's a charity event. They need to stop getting on their soapbox and using cancer kids as a shield from criticism, and just say that you're having a for-profit event that also has a charity component. We wanted to keep the charity component, but we did not want to snub the charity like what's happened in the past. So this is a for-profit event, but with a charity component that we urge you guys to donate to. That is a much cleaner, much smarter way to do this, but then that doesn't protect you from criticism, does it? It's just something you can fall back on now, and that's what I hate about that. That's what makes me not trust even who's running it now, is the fact that they're still willing to use that shield. But this is a great video by Sensitive Society. Make sure to go give it a like. I think we definitely need to see him go to this event, because obviously this drama's never gonna end. I'm never gonna be able to cover any other drama on YouTube other than this garbage. But that's all I got for you guys on this one. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment. Make sure to print out a lot of pictures of me, make a shrine, do a little bit of a self-satisfaction to it. I love you all, and I'll catch you on the next one.